good match on deck right now, and no one's gonna want to blink once the action gets started.
If these two don't give me what I want, I may have to come in there and bust them up myself.
Let's see what they try and do here in this first round.
You never get a second chance to make a first impression. So let's make this count.
Blocks the jump in. It's all right, you're doing well.
That was painful, but you know what to do.
Player 2 push the opponent into the corner.
This might be an important turn in the match.
Shuts down the air approach.
What's their play here?
That happens to everyone.
Must have been an off day. You've seen better.
They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. Overhead. There's a corner switch.
Might be collecting their thoughts here.
Fights back out of the corner. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. KO.
Good round.
Don't worry, we're just getting started.
There was a lot to like about that last round. They're in the pocket now and they gotta keep on the gas.
They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter.
I can see the fire in their eyes. They're both ready to go.
That's what we want. At least one of them is having a good time in that corner. The classics always work with the old school target combo. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here.
This is where things are gonna get very interesting.
Whipped with that huge attack.
Oh, this is getting intense.
Those 7 beautiful letters. You love to hear them.
Great stuff there, right at the end.
Send them home. You got this one.
This is anyone's round. Both fighters gotta bring it here.
Smart play with the throw. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Connects with the throw.
Dishing out the hot stuff.
Drilled with an overdrive shoryuken. Both absolutely refusing to give up ground. Oh, burnout. Was that on purpose? Solid anti-air. Brett Below's block. Keeps him out. This may turn into a big chance. Still a chance that just when you thought it couldn't get any hotter.
Things are getting heated.
Done.
That was
Don't worry about the loss, because your next win's gonna show them you're for real.
Put it on the best outlet. Talk about a barn burner.
Go heavy.
Dishing out the hot stuff.
Jumps up. Throws to get around their defense.
Smart decision.
This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Solid idea. Maybe next time.
Must have been an off day. You've seen better. Maybe thinking something.
Throws to get around their defense. Let's see how they apply their corner pressure in this situation.
Ooh, something's building. I can feel it.
Goes to the overdrive. And they scrape together a final push. Jumps up. One chance here, KO.
We've got ourselves a winner.
Give me more of that.
Ooh, that last round is pretty ugly. One of the most disrespectful things I've seen in a while.
Grabs him. Gives a little space with the throw.
That was super good.
Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner hit.
Feels like we're
Experiencing burnout.
hitting a real rough patch.
Smart move to stay on guard.
Amazing awareness there.
Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. They need to be mindful of their opponent's SA game.
Calm before the storm here.
Looking winded, burnout changes the game.
There's still some left in the tank for a comeback.
Time to take this moment, draw critical art. Yo, what's gonna happen?
What's this?
So we're dealing with a real gambler. They won't like it, still willing to risk it all on this critical art to deal that cash money damage they need. Only a move closes it out.
I'm liking that finish.
Player 2 is showing them what's good.
You know, I really love everyone, and I don't believe anything on this earth is ugly. But that was ugly.
The jump in is denied. See, that's how it's done.
Nice. Liking that.
It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach?
I want to see them both lay it all on the line here.
Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be hard to escape.
This might be an important turn in the match. What's their play here?
That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Grabs him.
Ooh.
Very solid corner switch.
Oh, just a little bit more.
Low heavy hits, mix up incoming. This range is where it gets interesting. Gotta utilize the reach of your moves to bait out and attack. My takes to the sky. There's still a chance here. Player 2 chases him down.
Ooh, something's building. I can feel it.
Playing nice. Goes air to air and takes their turn. Oh my heart. I can say, oh.
We've got ourselves a winner.
Send him home. You got this.
Oh, that last round was pretty ugly. One of the most disrespectful things I've seen in a while.
Jump. I see you up there. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have?
Here we go. I want to see them put on a show.
At this range, mini attacks connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is so important here. Time to take this momentum and really run with it. Juicy opportunity now in the corner.
Feels like we're right in the eye of the storm.
Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Barely blocks the jump in. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Drive boosted Hado. No mix-up at the looking for the overhead this time.
Hold it down strong.
Why are they going in? Hang back. They're going for the super hard?
Wait.
They're taking a step back. Ooh, burnout activate.
You know what you gotta do when the chips are down.
Jumps. Blocks the low kick. Time to throw is denied. You know we paid to get in here, right?
Oh, both want to pull the trigger.
Reads the throw and escape. Down and out.
Damn, that was intense.
Player 2 is showing time in the lab pays off. Both fighters are ready to get started. I can't wait to see what kind of tricks they have up their sleeves.
I'm gonna be paying close attention, so you better deliver.
Checks with the projectile. How's the time left? How's this match going to play out?
I want to see them both lay it all on the line here.
Lots of aggression from both sides. Blocks the jump in. Nailed it.
That was a good one.
Low, heavy hits, mix up and come. Good stuff, but you gotta keep it up.
That was painful, but you know what to do. Gotta be planning something.
There's still a chance here. Each hit is so important.
Oh, this is getting too close to call.
You may want to slow the pace here.
What's gonna happen next?
Can they utilize the corner?
They ain't getting up.
That's what I like to see.
Hey, violence may not always be the answer, but life is multiple choice, you get me? I like it.
Fireballs right out of the gate. Projectile to try to change the situation. Our fighters got up close and personal last round and really took it to each other. Let's see if they can keep up the pressure. Scrapping it out up close. The throw whiffs. They back the opponent into the corner, now to apply the pressure.
This is where things are gonna get very interesting.
Player 2 is barely hanging in there, but can still mount a comeback using their drive. Jump! Time to take this momentum and really KO!
I'm liking that finish.
Loosen up and play for fun. The results will come.
This fight is getting mad personal, and I'm liking it.
Final round. It's a good spot to use the super.
Doesn't get any better than that.
The throw connects.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Here comes the corner pressure.
Come on, you got more.
Spends all that juice on the super art. Not shy one bit about it. What will they do next? Willing to risk it for the low kick hits.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Crowns them from above. Solid anti-air.
Doesn't get any better than that.
A real test of nerve here. Only a little bit of drive and life left.
We live for these kind of fights. That was unreal.
Player 1 has got to be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage.
That's what happens when you have an irresistible force beating an immovable object.
Yeah, I love the back and forth they had going on. Block! Overdrive on Shogeki for more damage. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone.
Oh, we gotta see what lengths both fighters are willing to go to.
Let's down the air approach.
What's their play here?
And can they utilize the corner? Low, heavy hits, mix up incoming. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. They gotta scramble and recover quickly. Neither of them willing to give up ground here. Throws them. What's next?
Nice. Liking that.
Clutch drive move here can close out the round for either. Sends the meter dead.
Great stuff there, right at the end.
Well read. Keep going.
Hey, violence may not always be the answer, but life is multiple choice, you get me? I like it.
All right, who's gonna swing first?
Ooh, I want to see them get moving.
We're just getting started here. Who'll take control?
I can feel the tension right from the get-go.
Gotta be careful not to whip his range. Time to take this momentum and really run with it. Ashogeki in now.
Calm before the storm here.
Followed up. Smart play with the throw. Playing nice. They are really going at. No worries about that.
Time to hit the gym and retool for the next match.
Are they dead off this super? It's too close to call. You're done.
Great stuff there, right at the end.
Keep on the gas. You had your moments there.
Time to go big or go home. Let's see how these two hold it down.
Last chance. It's now or never.
They can't disappoint themselves. They gotta come out swinging.
They're turning it up. Rolls them.
Doesn't get any better than that.
We have a what is anti-air? Escapes the corner.
Get in there and fight.
Close-range projectile. Fakes out the low kick. Gotta lean in, throws them. Super's on deck. They gonna pull the trigger?
I can see the path to a win here, but they need to dig in deep and use all of their resources.
Notice there's a burnout.
Well, expect your bones to be broken here. That was unreal!
Real win.
Not a loss to get down. Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
None of you are going home disappointed after this fight. Bet on it.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen?
Yeah, I'm really excited to see these two fight it out.
Checks with the projectile. Still early in the round.
I want to see them both lay it all on the line here.
Anything that happens early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Lots of aggression from both sides. Goes for the drive rush there. Carries the attack and fights back out of the corner. Don't worry, it happens.
That was painful, but you know what to do.
Checks them with the projectile. Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. Player 2 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round. If they can fight, looking winded, burnout changes the game. Grabs him.
Yeah.
Gotta be mindful of reach and jump ins at this range. Pounces on that mistake with the impact for the punish count. Hey,
Ha! They ain't getting up.
You remember your shortcomings. It's easier to fill in those gaps.
The pressure's building, and we're gonna see a blowout real soon.
Throws a projectile. Player 1 did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game.
Ah, I see. That makes sense.
Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks.
Might be collecting their thoughts here.
What'll happen here? Is it time for the mix-up? There's a change of sides.
That was super good. Oh, this is getting tense.
Medium kick. Max SA gauges. They both have a chance to score a big payday. That's a count. There's still a chance here. Below.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Getting up close and personal. Hey-yo.
Great stuff there, right at the end.
Don't let it phase you. You'll get there.
That fight had a little bit of everything in it. We gotta see more from these two.
Time to get down to business. The first round starts now.
Ooh, let me see some of the good stuff.
Pressuring them in the corner.
This might be an important turn in the match.
Anything that happens early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight.
I want to see them both lay it all on the line here.
Will they incorporate that full drive gauge they have until their gameplay? Sick.
Good stuff there. Gotta be planning something.
Sweet.
Smart decision.
Checks them with the projectile. The fighters are matching each other move for move going into the midway point of the match. Life lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart drive use. At this range, mini attacks connect if you stick something out, but you need to drive rush to keep it going. That drive impact is blocked.
Nice block there.
Ayo.
Ooh, nice finish.
All right now, let's try and switch up the game plan.
This fight is getting mad personal, and I'm liking it.
How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now?
I wonder what's gonna happen.
Both fighters want to establish themselves early on.
Well, we gotta see what lengths both fighters are willing to go to.
Goes for a projectile to try and change.
Amazing awareness there.
Smart play with the throw. Drive rush to keep it going. Is it time for the mix-up? Oh, yeah, just like that. Jump! Barely blocks the jump in. The classic always works with the old school target combo. There's the side. Hit the drive. Shows the medium kick. They're backed up into the corner.
Feels like we're right in the eye of the storm.
Why are they going in? Closes it out.
What was that?
That's a huge win there. Settle down and keep running.
Time to go big or go home. Let's see how these two hold it down.
Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up.
Dishing out the hot stuff.
All charged up to choke. Connects with the medium kick. Barely blocks the jump in. The chin ride. Dangerous range here. Both are ready to pull the trigger on their super art. Jump! Throw is denied. What a read. Go heavy.
Dishing out the hot stuff.
What a smart throw.
Dishing out the hot stuff.
Six out of kick. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Plenty of health, full gauges. Let's see some stylish action. Drive rush. Drive gauge on deck. What's the play? Neither fighter is showing hit the drive. Jump! The chin ride. Just outside of throw range. Why are they going in? Hang back. Now here comes the damage. This is a complete shutdown. They are done.
That was unreal.
Player 2 is hot. I'm feeling it.
Nature is funny, you know? Sometimes you gotta fight for your next meal. Sometimes you get gifted one.
The low block. Creates an opening with the low heavy. Throws to get around their defense.
Smart decision.
So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Nice. Smart choice there.
That was a good one.
Absorbs the attack and fires back. Keep at it.
Must have been an off day. You've seen better.
Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. The fight continues in the middle of the stage. Trying to read each other.
Trying to find their spot to strike. Maybe thinking something. Oh, just a little bit more.
Life lead opens up.
We've got ourselves a winner.
Don't worry, we're just getting started here.
I bet they're thinking of some trash talk for their post-match commentary. They gotta keep their eye on the prize.
Shows the medium kick. Shoots off a fireball up close. The jump in is denied. The classic always works with the old school target combo. Is it time for the mix-up? Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach this situation will be interesting. Player 2 can work with this lead.
Now's the time to strike while the iron's hot.
Ooh, burnout activate.
You know what you gotta do when the chips are down.
General kick for a mix-up. Zones with the fireball. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Drive gauge on, that's what we want. Juicy opportunity now in the corner.
This is where things are gonna get very interesting.
Why are they KO?
I'm liking that finish.
Oh yeah, this is all yours.
Time to go big or go home. Let's see how these two hold it down.
They are letting it fly from the get-go. Checks with the medium kick. Snap kick sends him spinning. Let's see how these two try and set the tone of the match.
I can feel the tension right from the get-go.
Oh, you never know what can happen here. Oh, what a rush. Player 2 can't use drive anymore. Below.
This doesn't get any better than that.
Taking chunks out of each other here. Player 2 is dangerously close to running out of drive. Good pair. The throw connects.
Dishing out the hot stuff.
This kid leads to some big damage. Plenty of health, full gauges. Let's see some stylish action. The Gen Rise. Overhead, but it won't work.
Gotta give it up for that solid defense.
You have to make something happen.
Dishing out the hot stuff.
Player 1! Gotta be sweating after that match. Right here, right now, we're in for something special.
I can't wait for this match to begin.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. Let's see what these fighters have in store.
Well, I hope their training paid off.
Oh, that was on point.
Good stuff there.
It's packed into the corner with pressure building.
Ooh, something's building. I can feel it.
Absorbs the attack and fires back. Big drive gauge disparity has opened up, and it wouldn't surprise me if they try to open up that gap further. Holds out with the block. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. They gotta scramble and recover quickly.
I'd be collecting their thoughts here.
All charged up, control. Springs forward with the drive rush. Throws them. What's next?
Nice. Liking that.
They're backed up into the corner,
Feels like we're right in the eye of the storm.
and they scrape together a final push. So little life left.
Ha, they ain't getting up.
That's what I like to see.
Oh, that last round was pretty ugly. One of the most disrespectful things I've seen in a while.
Fight.
Great work. Just like that.
You win some, you lose some. But you gotta come back stronger.
Who gained control of the match in the early going?
Here we go. I want to see them put on a show.
Checks them with the projectile. Blocks it. Time to take this momentum and really run with it. They back the opponent into the corner.
Amazing awareness there.
Drive gauge gap here. Both fighters have full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. That's what we want.
What's gonna happen next?
Player 2 with the rhythm, owning that space.
They got the advantage. Time to start clicking here.
What'll be the plan here? Nice fireball, forward rush. Time to take this momentum and down and out.
What was that?
Mine.
Player 2 did some damage there. Damn!
Oh, wow. Someone just got turned into a hashtag.
How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here?
Oh, they're just gonna keep going? Fine by me.
That drive impact doesn't get through.
Gotta give it up for that solid defense.
Will they hit, whip, charge in? Tricky territory here. Maintains composure and fights out of the corner.
Gotta be planning something.
Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Knockdown. No more drive gauge.
Oh, this isn't looking good.
In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes.
Oh, bit off a bit more than they can chew.
Not gonna hit.
That was super good.
Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here.
This is where things are gonna get very interesting.
Oh, there's the side switch. This could be big. You may want to slow the pace here. Both of them are low on health and they are playing very KO.
Ha, they ain't getting up.
Round 2.
You remember your shortcomings. It's easier to fill in those gaps.
I bet they're thinking of some trash talk for the post-match commentary. They gotta keep their eye on the prize.
Steals,
Amazing awareness there.
tap those shins. Shoots off a fireball up close. Pokes with a medium kick. Not much life difference. Flies him open with the Shoryuken. Fireball into the corner. They're trying to force the opponent into making a mistake. Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. Looking for a hole. Can this drive bring them back? Tries to do something new and go the clutch throw escape. The drive gauge is screaming for more attention. Not what a smart throw. You're done.
was intense.
Ryu
The
wins.
pieces are there. Keep your head up and focus.
Put it on the best outlet. Talk about a barn burner.
Long-range fireball to break the silence. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 1 has the life lead.
Gotta keep pushing.
The low heavy hits. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this way. Yeah?
Nice. Liking that.
Drive rush gets in their face. Blocks the low heavy.
Maybe thinking something.
I saw that. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure. No worries about that. It's there.
Ha! They ain't getting up.
All right, now, let's try and switch up the game plan.
The pressure's building. We're gonna see a blowout real soon.
Throws to get around their defense. They back the opponent into the corner, now to apply the pressure.
Feels like we're right in the eye of the storm.
Checks with the medium kick. Jumps up. There's a change of shot, but Super doesn't hit. Time to reassess the situation. Just go for it at this range.
What's this?
Close range projectile. Medium kick hit. Why are they going in? Hang back. Grab gauge on deck. What's the play? Try the you're done.
Great stuff there, right at the end.
Final round.
That's a huge win there. Settle down and keep grinding.
This is anyone's round. Both fighters gotta bring it here.
Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Still slugging it out and getting sweaty. Player 2 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity.
We got a real fight now.
Nowhere to run.
Come on, you got it.
People are control what a PhD in fighters can do for you.
No, what?
Connects with the throw. The driver pack doesn't work.
Gotta give it up for that solid defense.
Good decision with that throw.
Give him more of that. Yeah. That was unreal.
Player 2 is showing off $1 million smile now.
You know,
Everyone's getting fired up and we're just ready to get started.
violence is on the menu tonight.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight just started. This is Tasty Steve on commentary.
All right, let's go.
Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Tons of time left. How's this match going to play out?
I want to see them both lay it all on the line here.
Very dangerous range. It can definitely get clipped by something here. Not a lot of damage dealt so far. No telling how this round will turn out.
Gotta keep pushing.
Good call just now.
That was a good one.
Fires off an overdrive art. Adding that to the mix will change the pace of the match and keep the opponent on their toes.
Might be collecting their thoughts here.
What are they thinking here? Throws to get around their defense.
Ooh,
Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity.
ooh, something's building. I can feel it.
Spices things up by adding the super art to the combo.
Smart decision.
Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Oh, super art!
What's this? Oh, he's gotta land one more attack.
Goes for the fireball, which is their win for the trip here.
Great stuff there, right at the end.
Round
Give me more of that.
Hey, violence may not always be the answer, but life is multiple choice, you get me? I like it.
Projectile to try to change the situation. Player 2 had an impressive round while managing their drive gauge. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round.
That was super good.
Drive gauge management here is going to be vital. Time to take this momentum and really run with it. Going on the offensive? Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strike. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Our fighters are at a standstill. Not sure what's going on. Oh, more of that.
Smart decision.
Player 1 will look to apply spin some meter here, investing in the round.
That was super good.
Well, Barry, they need to be mindful of the spin some meter here, investing in the round.
I love it!
Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Throws a projectile to zone the opponent. Time to take this momentum and really run with it. Could be looking to start something.
Oh, both want to pull the trigger.
Great work! Just like it, closes it out.
I'm liking that finish.
Loosen up and play for fun. The results will come.
This is anyone's round. Both fighters gotta bring it here.
The final round. Who's gonna take this?
Both fighters need to dig in deep and find that next level.
Gotta do better than that.
Hold it down strong. I like that.
Connects with the throw.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Medium kick. The one tries to make something happen with the overdrive arm. The low kick hit.
Dishing out the hot stuff.
Juicy damage with that throw there.
Flatline him. Things are getting heated.
Willing to risk it for the overdrive. Pokes with a kick. Down and out.
I'm liking that finish.
Mine.
Player 2 is hot. I'm feeling it.
Oh, wow.
All right, both players are ready to go. Time to get hype and make some noise.
If these two don't give me what I want, I may have to come in there and bust them up myself.
Waiting for the opponent to make the first move. Checking how their opponent reacts to fireball. Yeah, like that.
Good stuff there.
Anything that happens early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight.
I want to see them both lay it all on the line.
Okay, both fighters have taken a step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. Will they incorporate that full drive gauge they have until their game plan? Blocks the jump in. Someone's got to make a move.
What's going on?
Both players have near empty super art gauges. Whoever can build theirs up first may have a big advantage. Backs him into a corner.
This might be an important turn in the match.
I saw that.
Nice. Liking that.
Uses the drive rush to deprive them of their turn. Very solid corner switch.
Tackle just a little bit more.
Life lead opens up. You may want to slow the pace here. The classics always work with the old school target combo. They're on a roll. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. They back experiencing burnout.
Hitting a real rough patch.
Closing moments of the round, one hit's gonna do it.
We just gotta see one more push here to finish it.
KO!
We've got ourselves a winner.
That's a huge win there. Settle down and keep grinding.
Very quick GG there. Looks like Heaven's about to get another angel.
Ooh, are we going to see some fireworks here?
Yeah, it's really anyone's fight right now.
All charged up for choke. Both sides have the super gauge maxed and ready to rip. Time to take this momentum and finish some damage and flare with the super. Spins all that gauge for a one-way trip to the chamber. Ed's looking to do some psycho damage here. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Looks like they...
Amazing awareness there.
Not a lot happened, but I'm sure there's a point to this.
Oh, both want to pull the trigger. Who's gonna blink first?
Player 2 is in a pretty good sit-on throw. Connects. Jumps up. Oh, yeah, just like that.
We live for this fight.
Running it all the way up. You're done.
What was that?
Player 2 is showing them what's good.
Nature is funny, you know. Sometimes you gotta fight for your next meal. Sometimes you get gifted one. That was super good.
Carries the projectile. Gonna spin their gauge on a drive rush here. Don't worry, it happens.
Must have been an off day. You've seen better.
At this range, many attacks connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is so important. Checks them with the projectile. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Can they utilize the corner? Uses the drive rush to deprive them of their turn. Nice.
Smart decision.
One chance here, mate. Hits him.
Good round.
Well read. Keep going.
Ooh, that last round was pretty ugly. One of the most disrespectful things I've seen in a while.
Parries the projectile. Now what's the follow-up? Shoots off a fireball up close. Is it time for the mix-up? Experiencing burnout.
You know what you gotta do when the chips are down.
How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Player 2 has grabbed the lead. Time to settle in and control the pace. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong in this round.
What's gonna happen next?
Max SA gauges. They both have a chance to score a big payday. Time to take this momentum and really run with it. Shows the medium kick. Anti-air drops him.
That was super good. That was super good.
This is gonna hurt. What's all there?
You win some, you lose some. You gotta come back stronger.
Who will capitalize on an opening first?
This is getting too close to call.
Is it time for the mix-up? Both of them back off. They may be prepping for a final exchange. Time to take this momentum and really run with it. Nothing adds a little spice with the overdrive. Still can't find a way out of this corner. Something's gotta give. Down and out.
Great stuff there, right at the end.
Gotta shake it off. Let's go.
Pressure's building, and we're gonna see a blowout real soon.
Jumps. Who's gonna steal this win?
Final round. Every option's on the table.
If that last round was soup, these beats were stopped. They really took it to each other in that fight.
Oh, okay. That's how it is.
It blinks it. Max SA gauges. They both have a chance to score a big payday. The jump, the throw is denied.
I love it!
The old school 1-2 combination. Overhead attack. They're in the corner. This may change the match.
Come on, you gotta give me more. More!